Hi everyone, my name is Richard Mason, the Security Business Unit at VMware. On Earth Day this year, I got to thinking, I work in cybersecurity, but what do we security companies do to play their part in limiting environmental impacts from everyday compute? We have literally millions of endpoints running security software, all with their own security tags. What do I mean by that? Well, there's an overhead to scanning files, monitoring behavior and stopping bad. Look at the increased CPU time, for example. If this could be reduced even by a fraction, then multiplied across all those endpoints, it starts to have some significant savings. It turns out, as I dug into this further, Carbon Blacks have been addressing and answering this question since the formation of Bit9 over 20 years ago. We realized that our positive security model was having an impact, not only in reduced CPU usage, but also reduce the time spent re-imaging computers, reduce the time spent dealing with incidents of compromise, and generally reduce the stress and overhead for stretched IT teams. Let's have a quick look at now how we've been helping with just a few examples from Carbon Black App Control. No patient zero required. You know, it doesn't really matter if it's last year's malware or malware created just a minute ago on ChatGPT. In fact, we don't care at all about the malware or the attack vector. We block any damage attempts at runtime. We're reducing time and energy chasing and dealing with intrusions and the subsequent damage. No signatures or IOCs needed. Our positive security model does not enumerate badness, and hence signatures completely irrelevant. You could argue many security technologies using negative security models are doing little more than heat your servers and laptops unduly. We have zero energy cost involved in generating, storing, downloading, and enumerating against signature sets. No AI ML algorithms. AI-based solutions are quite sophisticated and trained on literally billions of known malware samples. However, training on the known does not necessarily protect you from the unknown. The energy consumption of these artificial intelligence machine learning models is huge. Again, we don't rely on knowing bad, so we don't need to process vast streams of data. Fewer false positives. When you operate on a few thousand state transitions of system events, rather than on billions of file or millions of applications, by definition, your chances of causing a false positive are greatly diminished. We're reducing CPU cycles and human intervention by deploying a very different positive security model. What does it mean altogether? Well, it makes us more lightweight. Compared to security solutions applying a negative security model, a solution based on the positive security model does not need to scan files, scan folders, update AD definitions, or perform other resource-draining activities. Instead, the solution watches state transitions and compares those to a relatively small, finite set of normal behaviors, resulting in no noticeable performance degradation and a reduced energy overhead as a result. Don't get me wrong, we're not saying we're zero overhead, but experience from talking to customers shows we have lower processing overhead compared to other solutions, reduced time overhead from dealing with the repercussions of security incidents. So, call to action. Don't wait for another Earth Day. Get in touch with your sales rep to request a look at Carbon Black App Control. Ask yourself the question, what environmental impact could a positive security model have on my organization? Thank you for taking the time to watch.